Hey, Leo, intuitive soul coach here with your April 2023 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Leo and take a look at all things related to love. Whether you are currently single, partnered up, perhaps you're going through a challenging situation with someone close to your heart, we'll dive into all the energies. So please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so in the recent past here, Leo, we do have the R&R card showing up. This is about resting and retreating, taking a little bit of a step back, whether that is some of you needed to hibernate, go inward, or you felt like you were in a period of hibernation. For others of you, if you were in a relationship, you may have felt like it was important to go inward and do some reflecting. Is this the direction I want to go? How can I heal myself in order to help heal and contribute to the success of this relationship? For others of you, I feel like there was a situation where maybe you got into a little bit of an argument or a situation that you didn't really want to be in, right? You had to look at things from a new perspective. And the month of April is all about being in the moment. It is all about enjoying the present, not focusing on the past or what's happened there, not focusing too far into the future, but staying in the present, because that is the gift, right? Some of you may even be reading The Power of Now, or you may be reading about how to meditate. You may be meditating more or focusing on how to stay more present. You may be even looking at your communication skills. If you are in a relationship, how can you stay present with this person? I'm sensing that may have been a conversation that you did have with a partner or with someone, is that you don't feel like they are listening to you, or you don't feel like they are present when you talk, or when you want to share your story or share something about your day. You just don't feel like this person is giving you that acknowledgement. Maybe they're focused on looking at their phone while you're talking, or maybe they're off doing their own thing and you just don't feel seen or heard. I feel like you are coming together this month. So if you're looking for love, you have the two chickens here, and this is about enjoying your time together. There could be a new hobby coming in, and just being in the moment with each other, taking even a little bit of a vacation. And even though you have the R&R showing up in the recent past, it would be helpful to disconnect from social media, disconnect from external influences, and just focus on you, your partner, in this relationship. Now, if you are single, I feel like it's important for you to put yourself out there, especially if you have been hibernating, if you have been in this bear energy. Now, Leo, in the near future, there is a major spiritual realization showing up. You have the pine cone. So I do feel like there is an aha moment, a moment of truth. There's going to be clarity coming in here. You're just going to know how to move forward. And I feel like this direction is actually going to be very exciting for you. And we'll take a look and see what that may be. So let's dive into your energy here, Leo, and take a look at the heart of the matter. What is the heart of the matter when it comes to love for Leo? What's the heart of the matter? We have Page of Voices. I like the Page of Voices. They are inquisitive little buggers. They are the private investigator of tarot, right? They are the ones that go in search of answers. And that may be what you are doing to have this spiritual realization. Some of you, it's important to quiet the mind, because you may be overanalyzing, really obsessing, or thinking about a situation. When this Page of Voices shows up, I feel like you are staying open and you are staying curious about the next steps. You're ready for a new challenge, but the challenge here for you can be rushing into something or rushing through it, not enjoying the moment. And that's why you have the chickens showing up here. And also, I'm getting here that someone may be a little bit nervous to let down their guard. And I've been saying this in every single reading, because every time I tune in as a collective, as a whole, before any big, career readings, love readings, bonus, whatever readings we are doing for that week, I tune into the collective energy and I say, all right, Spirit, what do we need to know for love this month? And I kept hearing here vulnerability, letting our guard down, opening up to new opportunities and taking the risk, being brave, jumping in. So I do feel with this Page of Swords, you're finding ways to do so. You may be listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos, trying to find self-help solutions for you to evolve and become better, not bitter, is one of my favorite sayings. You can either become better from a situation or you can become bitter and you can shut yourself down. And that is the opposite of vulnerability, right? Being vulnerable is courageous. It takes a lot of courage to open yourself up, but it can be one of the most challenging and daunting experiences to have as a human, because then we risk getting hurt. Then we risk, getting our hearts ripped out. But we also can open ourselves up to the most beautiful energy of all, which is that deep love. And I feel like you're staying open to this here. So let's see what your challenge is for the month of April. What is the challenge here for Leo? There could even be a message coming in from someone. There could be an apology, I'm sensing, especially if you may have gotten into an argument, because they're showing me two bears here fighting, and that's not always a pretty thing. Whether it is, fighting to protect what is yours, some of you may have fought over children, because they're showing me, that mama bear, but I'm feeling it's more so about fighting over something that, yes, it may have seemed trivial at the time, but it's something that was deep and meaningful for you. So if there were any fights, there could certainly be an apology coming in. Or if you are looking for an apology, there may be an important conversation that you need to have with this person. Let's take a look here. And if you're single, I feel like you are single and ready to mingle. You have your glasses on and you're seeing what is out there. So let's see what the challenge is for Leo in the month of April. All right, how would you like this, Spirit? Thank you. So the challenge for you here is the Six of Cups, Six of Emotions. Nostalgia, it can be at times. It can be forgiving someone for a past situation, right? We keep playing that past. It can be about going back and reliving a story. Some of you, this is someone that keeps coming in from the past, right? And they keep not harming, but they keep replaying the same story, the same energy. But there can be harmony in this union or in this situation. This could even be some inner child wounding that either you or your partner or the both of you are working through at this time. Now, when the Six of Cups shows up as your challenge, don't romanticize the past. That is a big thing that we tend to do, especially when we get lonely. We may say, well, maybe that situation wasn't as bad as I thought it was. We forget why we break up with someone in the first place, or we forget the struggles and the challenges. Don't go back and romanticize. Don't buy love or affection, okay? Heal the inner child wounding. And if you've had a difficult childhood, that I'm getting here, some of you have dealt with some deep sacral chakra issues. That's that navel, below the navel area. So that can be about sexuality. It can be about relationships with self, with others. If you've been wounded heavily in that sacral chakra, this is something you may want to look into. They're actually giving me here, I don't know too much about this. I haven't dove into it. I probably will, just because I love to experience everything at least once. EMDR, what does that stand for? I think it's, well, I'm not sure, and I don't want to butcher it. It could be rapid eye movement, something of that nature. But I feel like there are alternative paths and solutions if you are struggling with some alternatives, or some woundings of the past. There could be someone that it's hard to forgive for something that they did to you, especially if you're still with this person. And it could be repetitive, that keeps coming up, and the past keeps playing in the present, and it blocks your success from moving forward. I actually just put out a video And it's interesting that it's all showing up around this time, right? No such thing as coincidence. But I just put out a collective video on Saturday. If you haven't watched it already, I'll link it, the first link in the description box below. But I ask Spirit every Saturday, I do a collective reading and I say, all right, Spirit, what is Intuitive Soul Tribe and all of the viewers that are resonating with this energy, this channel, what do they need to know? And I kept hearing here blocks and limitations. What blocks us from moving forward on our soul's journey? And there were some really insightful messages. And if you feel like you are stuck in replaying a story over and over, or you can't get past some sort of hump, hurdle, challenge, disappointment in your relationship or within your own self, if you want to manifest love, but there seems to be a block and you're just not sure what that block is or how to overcome it, then check that out. But I feel like that could be a challenge for you, Leo. But the good news is you're having a realization in the near future that's going to allow you to get past that hump. Now, in your foundation, you have justice. Some of you may be dealing with divorce or someone in the justice or legal system. Some of you have strong Libran placements in your chart as well, but you want balance. I mean, who doesn't, right? I'm a Libra. I want balance. But sometimes, well, always, things are not always balanced. You're going to have the ups and downs. This beautiful human experience called life here on earth is a roller coaster ride, right? Buckle in, because there's not always going to be balance. And this justice energy showing up in your foundation, Leo, is all about karma. It is about truth. It is about fairness. And you may have, they're giving me done dirty, done dirty. So some of you may have been done dirty where other people may have done you wrong. They may have harmed you. They may have abused you in whatever way, or it could be that you just felt like someone had not brought balance to the relationship. It may have always been one-sided. So you strive for balance, but sometimes the block in itself is that we're constantly focusing on things being imbalanced because that's how they've been for so long that we don't realize that that is the repetitive pattern that we are stuck in. And that may be a piece of the block that actually hinders you from moving forward. But I feel like you are going to attract, if you haven't already, a relationship that it can be balanced in the best that it can because there's reciprocity. That is the key. One person being able to put in the effort and the other person. And when there's a little bit of slack over here and this person picks it up, right? And vice versa. So that's ultimately what creates that balance. But also, most importantly, that's on the physical, but internally, we create that balance within where we can find solutions through meditation, through yoga, through connecting to, our higher selves, the spiritual realm, doing these things that bring us more ease, stress management, and being able to see the big picture instead of just seeing things from that dualistic point of view, because we live on this earthly plane, which is very dualistic. It's very black and white, left or right or wrong, right? But when we can see things as being a soul experience, that can ultimately help you create balance regardless of the shakeups that show up. So some of you may have been with a Libra or someone that you got divorced to, or it was a karmic relationship, and that may be the center of the focus. Karma, releasing a karmic pattern. You've already learned, a lot of you have learned a lesson. Maybe you haven't learned it fully, but whatever this is, you are having a realization. In the past, you felt stuck, right? In the past, you felt like you were in limbo. You felt like things weren't progressing or speeding up. You felt maybe stuck, tethered, or tied. You felt restricted. When this hanged man shows up, you felt like you had to sacrifice maybe a piece of yourself. But I feel like this is about releasing control, and control, surrendering, vulnerability. That is the key towards moving forward in love, right? That is the key. And I feel like a lot of you weren't quite sure how to be vulnerable or how to see things from a new point of view because you were stuck in some sort of pattern or cycle. But now you have the key to awareness here. Let's take a look and see what you are manifesting, Leo. What are you manifesting, beautiful souls? Eight of materials. You are working on yourself. You're working on being in the present, being in the moment, working on a relationship, working on the relationship with self. So regardless of what your status is, whether you're single, you're divorced, maybe it's complicated, whatever that status quo is, you are going to continue to work on it because that's why you're here on earth, to evolve, to have these experiences. And sometimes it feels like you're juggling up a lot, but I feel like you have what it takes to create a life that you love, to put in your best effort, love what it is that you accomplish with yourself, with another person. You're going to continue putting the work in. So I like to see this showing up. You're going to focus on being in the moment. And that is a big piece of this spiritual realization. And you may even have this spiritual realization while you are in the moment. Okay, that can come through where you're just, maybe you go to the beach and you are sitting on the beach and you're thinking life through and you're feeling good. The sun's hitting your face and you smell the fresh salt water, and maybe you see family running in the waves over here. And there's just this energy of being right there, right now in this moment. And you have this wave wash over you, this wave of warmth and love. And it brings tears to your eyes and you think, wow, I'm so grateful. This is my life. I'm going to continue to work and thrive and strive and overcome the challenges that I have faced, but they've helped me grow. They've helped me evolve. So I'm getting that you're going to have quite a few of those moments, but really embrace being in the moment, even if it's just for a flicker. But for a lot of you, it's going to be many, many, many moments in the month of April. And you may start to realize that those are the best moments. You're not drifting off to the past, which is the challenge for you. You're not drifting off too far into the future. You're just enjoying the moment and the bliss of that sun hitting your face and the recognition and appreciation and gratitude for all of life, right? What is showing up in the near future? Night of inspiration. Go Leo. The night of inspiration is you being passionate, you being excited, you being able to take action when it comes to matters of the heart. So whether you are chasing someone or someone may be coming towards you, I feel like there is an apology, there's a mending, there's a healing. Now, whether this is within yourself, within a union, but it's going to allow you to move forward. It's going to allow you to feel instinctual. I'm getting animal instincts here, but also I'm feeling like you're quite excited, quite passionate of a new adventure that awaits. And it feels like it comes through this spiritual realization. So that's tied up with this Knight of Wands. I mean, this could be you going after what it is that you want. You're not afraid of that challenge, and that may be part of that aha moment. Now let's take a look and see how you're feeling. How are you doing, Leo? What is going on within your energy? The Fool, you are taking a leap. Pat yourself on the back, because remember what I said about vulnerability? This is vulnerability. It's taking that leap of faith, entering the unknown, embracing this new journey, opening yourself up, right? This is about you feeling spontaneous, taking a chance, taking a risk, even though you don't know how this is going to turn out, even though you may not be sure if this is forever or if your heart's going to get broken, but you're taking a risk and you are doing it anyway because you realize with that risk, you can reach that level of love and satisfaction and joy, and you would rather have all of those things than a moment without them, right? You would rather have all of those blessings, regardless of the loss. And I'm getting here, now this is very, very precise. It's definitely not going to resonate with all of you, and it's not a premonition, I promise. They're highlighting this because it was something I just read, and they're bringing it up here, or watched. It was a movie, I believe. Some of you may have lost a child. Okay, I'm getting some of you may have lost a child. It could have been an adult child or even a teenage child. And when I say lost, I mean, that's deep, that's heavy, but they're showing me this for a reason. When you think of that love, when you think of that child and all those experiences, let's say, if you are a parent yourself, then maybe you might be able to tune into this energy a little bit more. And if you are not a parent, you have pets or you have, loved ones, I want you to think of this scenario. if you were to spend your time and have those beautiful moments raising your children or being with your pets and animals, being with your loved ones, and there's been goods and bad, there's been highs and lows, you've watched these people grow, you've watched your family evolve, but then one day they're gone, right? Would you have rather have said to yourself, I wish I would have never even met or known that person because it brought so much heartache? Or would you have said it's worth it? Would you have said that even if I would have known I was going to lose my child at this age or whenever, right? I still would have taken all of those moments. And they're giving me a song. Whew, I got full body goosebumps here. The song is The Dance. And if you look up the lyrics in that song, now I don't exactly know how the lyrics go, but it is about not missing the dance. And when we are not vulnerable, when we do not take that risk and we shut our hearts down because we're afraid to love, or we're afraid that we could get hurt, or we're afraid someone might leave us physically, emotionally, spiritually, in death, right? When we are afraid to open ourselves up, then we miss the dance. And that's what this is all about for you. Whew. This is deep, Leo. Gosh, I hope this is resonating with you. If it is, you guys, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know in the comments. I do read each and every one of them. All right, you're ready for this risk. You're ready for this new beginning, and it just may be one of the most beautiful things in your life. Now, what is going on in your surroundings? Queen of Pentacles. Some of you are hostess with the mostest. You may be invited to a house gathering, some sort of picnic. I'm getting here as well. This could be mothering, nurturing energy. It could be sisterly. I don't feel like this is you. This is external, but someone is coming in. This could be a really good friend. But the Queen of Pentacles is very resourceful, very abundant, very down to earth. Her life is filled with physical pleasures and beauty, and other people enjoy her energy, her vibrations, and enjoy the things that she offers. So if you are getting invited to maybe a get together with friends or with family, you may even meet someone there. You may have a spiritual realization while talking to this person. So this Queen of Pentacles here is someone who's very down to earth, very aware of what's going on, and they may give very great advice as well. So pay attention to whoever this Queen of Materials may be for you. It doesn't have to be someone that you know physically. It could be someone maybe online, or a podcast, or a book that you read, an author, someone who inspires you to not just do better, be better, but to see things in a new way, a new perspective. All right, let's take a look and clarify the hopes and fears. What do we have here for hopes and fears? The Three of Swords, everything we just talked about, right? This is that heartache. This is that pain, that loss, that grief, the cheating, the death, whatever has happened in the past, or maybe it's never happened, but you're fearful of it, right? And therefore you miss that dance. That's the fear. The hope here is that you know, don't get hurt, but I'm here to tell you that that is inevitable. That is something that you can't avoid having this human experience. I mean, a lot of people, they may avoid it, but what happens is they turn that inward, and that actually hurts themselves, because they can get lonely, and they can get, sad and depressed, and there can be all these inner emotions, and it actually counteracts what the fear is, right? Or what the hope is. The hope is you don't want to get hurt, but you hurt yourself by not opening up to love. So it's counterintuitive there. So open yourself up. If you've been hurt, know that that is part of the experience. It's part of opening yourself up. It's part of being vulnerable. This is really powerful here. Powerful reading, Leo. So a lot of you, I mean, this isn't going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. But if it does resonate with you, I feel like there's a very important message here coming through, and I hope this, you're getting this here, because I'm feeling it on all levels. Your final outcome, Leo, the strength. The strength. This is you. Wow, this is you. This is a powerhouse. I really love the energy here of this card, because this is that lion, and he doesn't look fierce. He doesn't look like he's going to attack. This beautiful woman is sitting on top of his head, and they both have their head tall, right? They've overcome a lot, and you have fought the battle, right? You have dealt with self-sabotage. You've dealt with insecurities, weaknesses, the shadow side, shadow aspects. the shadow piece of your own self, maybe even the shadows of others. But when this strength shows up, this reminds you, Leo, that you are stronger than you think, that you have that endurance and that power, and that every single thing that has happened in your lifetime was part of this divine plan, part of this human experience, right? And you are strong enough to live it. You were given this life because you're strong enough to give it, to receive and to go through these challenges and through these lessons and through these opportunities, right? And this is all about you overcoming those, whether you want to call them demons, challenges, struggles, setbacks, fears, insecurities, whatever shadow means for you. This is all about you rising to the top, and that's what she's doing. That lion's not harming her any longer, right? Because she's gained trust. She had to become vulnerable. She had to become vulnerable in order for her to build that relationship between her and this lion, which is her shadow, right? She had to open herself up and be compassionate and be kind and be empowering, right? This is you stepping into your power and embracing the good, the bad, the ugly, embracing the challenges, embracing the struggles, embracing the pieces of you that you don't always love, right? Because we all have them. We all have them. And this is about you being able to see and do this for other people as well. Accepting people for who they are. All right, very powerful. Let's take a look here and get a message from the wisdom of the oracle. And I will take a look at the relationship message from the guidebook. Whoa, that one came in hot. TikTok, we have card 30. Now, some of you may be 30 years old. You may have a birthday on the 30th, or you have a life path, or you are in a personal year of 3. And for those of you that want more information on personal years, I did link in the description box the collective readings that have to do with personal years, letting go of blocks and limitations, all that good stuff you can find below. All right, let's take a look here. Card 30. All right, this is all about timelessness, divine timing, and immeasurable time. Love, the fulfillment of desire, and even the body's reproductive cycles have their own timetable. Some things are preordained and cannot be coerced. Everything has its season, its divine and appropriate timing, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Remember that you always have enough time for love, to find it, to nurture it, to give and receive it. Its clock is eternal and ticks according to the beating of your heart. In perfect rhythm. Isn't that wonderful to know? Love is always right on time. Yeah, love is on time. Some of you have been feeling a little bit nervous because your dreams are taking way too long to manifest, right? There is nothing to fear because you won't run out of time for the important things, because the miracles that are yours and yours alone, they can't be missed, especially when you stay in the moment. Right? You're in such capable hands with guides and angels hovering in the invisible spaces, ensuring that your journey will be fixed with all sorts of goodies. Let your anxiety be gently dispelled by your faith. Spirit will never deny you your highest good. All is yours in divine appropriate timing. So relax, enjoy it. Some of you are looking at your timetable saying, whoa, I passed this bridge up, right? I wanted to be married and have 5 kids by now. Or maybe you're saying to yourself, I thought I would be in a relationship, or I thought I would have this, or I thought I'd be further on my journey. You are right on time, beautiful souls. You are right on target with where you are supposed to be. And even though sometimes we stay in our lessons or our experiences a little bit longer than we would like, we have free will to move forward, right? And to move on to that next experience. So if you have troubles, struggles, and challenges when it comes to these blocks, right, do take a look at that video. You may have a spiritual realization. All right, Leo, thank you so much for allowing me to tune in. This was a heavy, deep reading. I certainly hope it resonates with you. Very vulnerable there. I had to keep my emotions in check myself for a moment. So I do hope that you like this. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for being here and tuning in. Lots of love.